So from here, we are going to go on to the next match of the tournament, and this happened on October 22nd, and it is Utami Hayashishita, the former World of Stardom champion, taking on Himeka in the first round of the Stardom block. Mel, I'll let you on this one.
I mean, I have to say that I think my favorite active female wrestler in the world right now is Utami Hayashishita, just simply based on how great she is. This match was like two giants just smacking each other. To have them take it right out the ring, right out the gate, trying to get that count out on each other. And they almost got it a couple times, fighting on the outside there. There was a certain moment where, these girls are actually, like, both Utami and Himeka are actually fairly similarly heighted. They're a lot taller than I would say most of the women in Stardom are. There was one point where Utami
Himeka for sure.
Yeah, the Jumbo Princess for a reason, right? There was one point where Utami actually had to muscle Himeka up from her. I think it was she came out of a reversal and got her into her stalling German and really had to muscle her over there to get that.
That deadlift German is great.
Incredible. And it really shows, like, I mean, Utami, you can see from the picture, she does not look like she's, a muscly girl, but to be able to just whip around someone like Himeka, I mean, that's power right there. And that's something Utami, I just feel really has. There was also one point where she kind of, Utami did this like judo toss, but it was almost like a neck toss into a sleeper hold that I just felt was so well done. Himeka sold that so well. She had her in that choke for quite some time also, and Himeka struggled quite a bit to get out of it.
Oh, it was a rear naked choke, yeah. Like
she
reversed the power bomb and flipped over. Hit like a German. I think she hit a German and then went into it. Was I'm maybe thinking of a different spot, but she reversed the power bomb, hit a German, and then from the German transitioned right into the rear naked.
I think
choke.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it. I was just like, wow, like just going for the German and then just flipping in and grabbing the choke. I was like, oh, that's great.
Now this is where Melball gets salty, and that's when it came to the end of the match, where Utami was getting ready to set up her finisher, which, in case anyone doesn't know from us raving about it in the past, it is a spinning razor's edge. Himeka managing to do the spinning razor's edge on Utami, beat her with her own finisher. I died a little.
Oh, Utami won that.
Sorry. Yes. No, sorry.
Did you read that?
I went to the wrong match. Forget that I even said that. Forget it. Utami won this match. I moved on to the wrong match. I'm sorry, guys.
I know what you're talking
Spoiler alert. Anyway, okay, sorry. So, spinning razor's edge, Utami actually did pick up the win over Himeka.
The hijack bomb, yeah.
Maybe it was...
Yeah, you're thinking of the...
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But yeah, she won it with the hijack bomb. I love that spinning razor's edge she does. I think that spinning release edge. I love it. I love it so much. There's one spot in the part where Himeka actually hit a rainmaker, and I've seen her do this multiple times now. And in her tournament matches, she likes doing the rainmaker, and I love it. She just doesn't.
Tell me you pop like I do when she does it.
Every time I go, she hits it. I'm like, rainmaker. I'm like, yes. I love it. I love it so much. Like, honestly, both these girls had such a phenomenal. Both these ladies had such a phenomenal match. And like Mel got to pretty much all the big spots in it, and I really really liked everything, and I'm always impressed when Utami does a air raid crash, because it just looks so good, so good.
She's just that good.
She really is, isn't she? Yeah. So Utami Hayashishita does move on. I don't know how Mel thought it was Himeka, but she's crazy. And then move on to the other match.
Princess getting on me.
The other match in the opening round of the Stardom block is Mayu Iwatani taking on Momo Watanabe. Now, again, I haven't been a huge fan of Momo Watanabe because of her House of Torture like antics. She's gotten
Shenanigans.
But I really liked her in this match because there wasn't a lot of shenanigans outside of a couple things at the end. So that's where it was like, but honestly, overall, this was actually one of the cool, better matches I've seen. Really good matches I've seen really good matches from Momo in the tournament and everything else. But I thought really enjoyed this one. These two had such a good time, and I had such a good time watching this match. Like the buzzsaw kicks from both these ladies, like just kicking each other in the head. There's one point where I don't think she had the wrench in her shin pad this time, and she hit Momo hit a razors or hit the buzzsaw kick, and then did the up kick to the face. Like I'm sorry, like I get it that the up kick to the face, it's the spot, but like there's a reason WWE banned using that move. They took it away from Randy Orton because he legitimately gave a couple people concussions by doing it. That's the huge risk with doing an up kick to somebody's face is you risk literally up kicking them in the face and knocking them out and hurting them and putting them on the shelf for a while. So like I don't care for the move, and especially when you put a wrench in there. I know it's adding, but it's still way more solid. But Mel, your thoughts?
I mean, I have to agree. This was the best Momo has looked in some time since joining Oedo Tai. With her, there was that one spot where she had the bat outside the ring, and
that was
she
really early. Like that was my third line on my notes.
That was the first point where I was like, "This is no longer a wrestling match."
But the thing is, they did that. They started fighting. Then Mayu ended up getting her suicide dive not too long after that, and it went back to being a wrestling match for a good few minutes there,
very long
until
time,
the stuff
which was
at the
surprising.
End.
But I forget her name. I left my notes downstairs for
Ruka?
it. The true leader of Oedo Tai, who is the lady with the crazy hair and teardrop things, who will be challenging Utami. We saw at the end of the Grand Prix there.
Oh, the one that you knew. But
Tora, I think is her name.
Tora. I don't remember.
I want to say Nakashima Tora. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to double check on her name. But yeah, I did see there was a couple points where she started to get into it. For example, with Saida and I think it was Momo Kogo that was at ringside there also.
Yeah, I know Saida was out there because she got involved after the match. But there was actually couple of really good spots. Like Momo ended up kicking Mayu in the head, hits a German, and then Mayu just stands up, hits a German, hits a super kick, and then Momo just comes right back and just hits her own German, and they both just get laid out. I absolutely loved it. And then I say this, I am always impressed whenever Mayu does a crucifix bomb. I absolutely love that move, and I think there should be more wrestlers in this world using it because it just, you got to remember there's a risk with that move is that you over rotate and somebody lands on their head. So you got to know how much your opponent needs to know what to rotate, and you need to know what to rotate so you don't hurt somebody. But I always find it such an impressive move to see a crucifix bomb.
Training, practice.
I absolutely love it. But like the end of this match does come down to Mayu Iwatani went to the top rope, and I think it was Ruka, hit her with her Oedo Tai suitcase.
Yes, yeah.
And then
was it her suitcase or was it Momo's chair? She hit her with something. I know it was
Ruka. She hit her with the suitcase.
Right.
And then that's when Momo got the Oedo Tai chair.
Right.
But Mayu then super kicked it into the face of Momo Watanabe, and
Doodles
right in front of the ref too. But literally, the ref saw her going to swing a chair and getting a kick into her face, and the refs don't throw anything out in Stardom anyways, so they're worse than New Japan refs. Sorry to say, but then and then the best finish I've ever seen in a match. Mayu Iwatani hops up onto the second rope, hops backwards onto Momo Watanabe's shoulders and Poison Rana's her and gets the win. I was so goddamn impressed with her hopping up and hopping backwards into that Poison Rana. Ah, yes. I absolutely loved it.
And that really goes back to what we've kind of been talking about with Mayu Iwatani. She does really seem to have that kind of almost reckless disregard for her own personal well-being, but she puts on these incredible shows with this incredible entertainment level of it. You know, she's a quality wrestler, whether she's a little bit much or not. She is quality in Stardom.
Oh god, like yeah. I watched her years ago when she was working with Ring of Honor. I have been impressed with this woman forever, and like I absolutely thought she killed it in this match. And same with Momo Watanabe. Outside of
Mhm.
the stuff getting involved from her teammates, I absolutely loved that match. I absolutely loved her in this match. I again, she really picked it up for me at the back end of the tournament of the 5-star tournament when there was a
Mhm.
lot less cheating, and I really got to appreciate a lot more of her wrestling. And she did a really great job in this. And I
Mhm.
did like how they used a Oedo Tai at the end to set up to for Mayu to get the win. I thought it was a great
Mhm.
spot because you thought, oh, Ruka screwed her and Momo's gonna hit her with a chair and it's over. But the fact that she came back from the case shot to super
Mm.
kick the chair in her face and then hit the Poison Rana was absolutely perfect.
That's Mayu Iwatani.
Yeah. Yeah. So from here, we are going to move on